Hey everybody, so I stopped at Lowe's as well as Walmart, picked up some items for a project for my wife. So please stick around, check out the video, and I'll see you guys there. Thank you for watching. Hey everybody, how's it going? Alright, so I went to a couple different stores, picked up some items for a project for my wife, and the stuff I got from Lowe's is just options for her. What I got at Walmart is a couple items for myself, as well as an item for her project. So I grabbed, let me just grab this stuff out the bag, and we'll move the bag out the way. Okay. So I grabbed these number 8 1/2-inch length 22 pack of screws. These are sheet metal screws. You can use them for going into small wooden projects. There's 3 of them, that's all they had. I also grabbed 2 of these little machine screw value packs, quantity of 80. Looks like there's 1/2-inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch or so. A bunch of nuts. I grabbed 2 packs of those. You know, these were $1.70 something, and these were 97 cents. I grabbed 3 of these Hyper Tough 15-foot extension cords. These are 16 gauge, 1 ground outlet. 16 gauge will do 13 amps max. What I use these for, I actually use them a lot. There's one actually hanging right here that I have plugged into the outlet. That way I can just plug stuff in for videos and stuff like that. But I use these a lot on these lights right here. These halogen 1000 watt, and this one's a 1200 watt halogen work light setup. But I'll usually attach, because these cables are kind of short and I don't want to break this junction off. I'll usually just attach one of those 15-foot cables to this 10 or so foot cable. It makes a 25-foot cable. Makes it easier to do things. Allows it to be a little further away. I have a couple extension cords plugged in right now, going to these 2 lights out here. But just as an example, here is the extension right here. So this black cable right here is that extension, that 15-foot extension cord that I was just showing you. I literally have them attached to this lamp. I bought it attached to this lamp, have loved it ever since, because it makes that 15-foot extension plus what the light comes with, allows the lamp to be, you know, plugged into the wall right there. It allows it to be somewhere out here, you know, so it does allow it to be a good distance away, which is nice. So what I did is I bought 3 of them. I bought one for that red light right there. And the reason I bought one for this one is these cables aren't very long. As you can tell, they're pretty short. This is probably maybe 6 feet. Shit, not even that. It might be 5 feet, to be honest with you. But the reason I grabbed one is this always stays in the barn as a light to be able to see in the barn. So I figured attaching the extension cord to it will allow me to bring it out of the barn and, like, you know, 10 or 15 feet away from the barn if this light needs to be used to see the backyard, because sometimes I do clean the backyard at night, and I'll use one of these lights to do so. And it just, with this light plugged in inside the door of the barn, you guys have probably seen it in other videos where I walked into the barn. It's really right next to the door. It's not in front of the door, but it's right next to where the door opens. This light doesn't go very far. So I bought one for that one. That one already has one, and I bought one that's on the couch that I just showed you. Looks just like that. I bought one for that one. So there's 2 of them that are already used, and the third one is a spare, because I plan on buying another one of these newer 1200 watt units. So I'll have 2 of these. You can't go wrong with these lights. They're 39 bucks. You just replace the bulbs and you're good to go. So that's why I have 3 of these extension cords. This extension cord, we're going to be cutting the end off for my wife's project, which is this light right here. So it's got a knockout plug right here. I'm going to knock that plug out, put a rubber grommet in here. We're going to run the extension cord in, and here's the power leads to the ballast. So we're going to run this. This is meant to be plugged into a hard line, like a wall outlet, as well as you know, when you walk into a room, you got like 100 of these. These are daisy chainable. That's why these knockouts are right here. We're not going to use it for that. My wife's going to be using this as a grow light. Bought some fluorescent bulbs, just cheap fluorescent bulbs. 2-pack was $10. If they don't work or the plants don't grow, I do know that my wife's doing well with my LED bulb in one of these little lamps like this. She's doing well with a 75 watt bulb, LED bulb at 6500 Kelvin. It's a daylight bulb. She'll have a fully grown 6-inch plant within like a week with that bulb. So if the fluorescents don't work very well, we're going to put LEDs in this. Not going to be a big deal. It's going to be running about 1.5 amps max. With LEDs, it's going to be running a little less than 1 amp. So this little 25-foot extension cord, it's 16 gauge. No, it's 14 gauge. I'm sorry. It's a 14 gauge cord. Wasn't paying attention. This cable for 25 feet and even the 50 footers will do 15 max amps. So it's going to be plenty for what we're doing. All I'm going to be doing is cutting this end off. I'm leaving this end on. Saves a little process. If you actually do 14.3 at like a Lowe's, that's why I was at Lowe's. I was looking at the price of 14.3. 14 gauge 3 plug cable, and it would have been almost $30 out the door just for the cable. And I would still have to buy this plug, make my own custom plug for it, and these plugs would be like $3 or $4. So you know, we're talking about 40 bucks. It was just easier for me to buy $16 for a 25 footer. And just cut the plug-in end off of it, wire it straight in, no big deal. So that's what that's for. And then I grabbed a couple different switches from Lowe's while I was there. And I did speak to my wife about what was in this bag already, even though I'm taking it out of the bag. These are those quick, you can open them, re-close them. So these are 6 foot a piece pull chains. I grabbed those because the option was this guy right here, which is a pull chain style, to turn it off. So what's going to happen is for an example, just open this box. It's just a on-off pull chain. But these 2 pigtails are going to have to be wired in with the extension cord. They're going to have to be wired into these 2 wires as an interrupter. Because it's going to interrupt the power source. So those 2 are going to have to go here. And then the 2 hots on the extension cord are going to have to go here. I normally, black is hot, white is neutral. They're still hot. But that's how I categorize them. White's normally neutral, black's normally hot. Depending on the situation, it's different. But this is meant to be hard lined into like a breaker and everything. But we're just going to attach an extension cord to it so we can plug it into the wall. She can use it. So if she wants to take it outside, hang it on the roof or whatever, or hang it off the easement on for the roof, and light up an area and as a light, or she wants to actually use it as a grow light outside, she can. That's why I'm doing it this way. So this is just an interrupter, and I brought a couple different styles home to give her options. I'm not sure exactly what she would want to do. I did speak to her about it, and she kind of wasn't sure. I told her the nicest option would be the switch. Would be this style switch. It's on off. This is a push switch. It says interrupter. I'm not sure if it doesn't say on it, so I'd have to wire it in and I have to see. I don't know if this is a momentary switch or if it's an actual, you push it in, it's on power, you push it in again, it's off. It doesn't specify. Where this one states moment contact switch. Push button normally off. So this more than likely is an actual momentary switch where you have to hold the button down to keep it on. This would be, I picked this one up if she's more than likely not going to use this one, so I'll just throw it in the electrical box. Maybe I'll use this for a horn or something else in a vehicle or something like that. And then here's a full-size toggle switch. Was another option that I gave her. And this one allows me to just hook wire straight to here. And I can heat shrink it over it. It's two, just like this one. It's a 2-pole or 2 wire. Single pole, single throw. This will do at 125 volts. It'll do 20 amps though. Probably not needed something that big. This little guy right here will do 6 amps, which is plenty. That light's never going to see any more than 2 amps max. But these are things that I picked up. My wife did tell me she kind of likes this idea, because I was thinking of actually mounting this, drilling a hole in the panel and mounting it so it's just right on the side. You could just flip it. My wife is not extremely tall, so I was thinking maybe mounting it right here. She might have to get a step stool or something to flick it on and off, but it's going to be on quite often, especially if it's helping her grow plants. But just a quick video, show you guys what's going on. Figured I'd show you what's up. So this, when next time you see this cable or that light, I'm going to have it wired up. Make sure it's functioning. I'll bring you guys back. I'll show you how I wired it. And everything else, and we'll go from there. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, checking out the video. This should do plenty, and for the price, you really can't beat it for 16 bucks for 25 feet, where 25 feet would have been almost 40 bucks with an actual front plug, so, or a male plug. So I'm going to end up cutting the female plug off. If I would have done this by hand, I would have had to buy a male plug, wire it in, and all of that. This will make it look a little cleaner, because I'm not cutting this end off, or this end isn't already missing and I have to install it. So this is going to look a little cleaner of an install. I would have preferred a different color. I would have preferred like the tan. They had a tan, which would have looked nice, but it was a 25 foot for tan, but it was 16 gauge, so it was not the gauge I wanted. I wanted 12 gauge, but 22 bucks instead of 16. It's never gonna reach 20, 22 amps, so there was no really point to get the 12 gauge. The 12 gauge would have been nice, or even 10 gauge would have been nice, because it would have been a lot thicker and a lot bigger around, so it would have fit through that hole better. But it is what it is. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, checking out the video. The toggle switch, the 20 amp toggle switch, is a 427671. The momentary contact switch is 427634. The push button switch is 427662. The toggle switch that my wife said that she kind of likes is 427680. And the pull switch on off interrupter, single pole. This will do at 250 volts, it'll do 1 amp. At 125 volts, it'll do 3 amps. This is 427644. These little chains are next to the ceiling fans. These are Harbor Breeze. They're 07445353. This little kit from Walmart is MA519. And these little baggies are ME553. You can get this in the hardware section at Walmart. The rest of this was at Lowe's. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, checking out the video. Hopefully you guys will come back to see what happened with the project. Just trying to help my wife out with her garden and things that she has passion for. So figured I'd pick up some stuff for her, make that custom lamp, because I'm not wiring it into a wall. That way this lamp is portable. She could plug it into an outlet anywhere, inside house, outside the house, wherever she wants, or another extension cord if need be. But do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon for future updates. Go check out my Amazon affiliate links, my Acme Tools affiliate links, my DJI Electronics affiliate links, as well as my Ohio Power Tools affiliate links. And the Ulsa Tools link is at the top of the description below. That will get you 10% off your order at ulsatools.com. As well as it kicks me back 10% off my next order from Ulsa Tools, which is much appreciated if you guys do use it. If you don't need it, it's no big deal. If you do use it, I very much appreciate it. It does help me bring tools to the channel and stuff to the channel for you guys to see. Go check them out if you've never heard of them. They got a lot of nice toolbox organization stuff at pretty good, decent prices. Pretty affordable. They do have a lot of hand tools that are pretty affordable as well. I do have some videos coming out for more Ulsa tool stuff. Some wrenches and stuff like that we'll do videos on for you guys. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!